Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host Shades. Have not made a video on Apld in a while, mainly because it's above $10. So I'm never gonna advocate a buy above 10. It is a buy under 10. If it goes under 10, you can see it found support at $9. Let me see it found support at that 50 EMA. But if stocks are gonna roll over, in August, then we should see this one. Either way, it doesn't even matter. I know you want to time the bottom. There's a lot of people that want to time the bottom. They want to be perfect every single time. They want to time the bottom perfectly, and they want to sell the top perfectly. It's not going to happen. If people could do that, then we would all do it, and there would be no need for YouTubers to be YouTubers. There would be no need for... There wouldn't be this whole industry, because clearly we can all time the top and bottom perfectly. Okay, it's delusional. That's the point. So stop trying to time the bottoms, because I've had some people try to time bottoms, and I'm like, they get upset if they can't time the bottom. There was this one idiot who tried to time the bottom on this one stock, and then it kept going down, and so he would take a 20% loss and then try to time the bottom again, and he would just rinse and repeat trying to time the bottom, which is just stupid. So yeah, don't lump sum. Like, this is the kind of stock where you want to accumulate it as it goes down. Like, every dollar that it goes down, add another 100 shares, or whatever, like a fourth of your position. Too many people, they get it way wrong. They add, like, they lump sum at exactly $10. Like, when I say buy under 10, I mean like buy under 10, not at 10. That's another thing I want to address, because you're just screwing yourself over in terms of percentage return. If you buy it exactly 10, because then when it goes to 12, sure, you make your 20%, but if you just spread out your buys as it goes lower, and you know that it's going to go back to 12 plus, then you end up making more percentage-wise. So that's just me. That's how I do it. It does have earnings on the 30th, so what, 2 days from now, Wednesday? I would wait until after earnings to buy. I think someone did ask me, is it a buy after earnings? I'm like, yes, wait until after earnings to buy. It's going to come down. Even if it has good earnings, for some reason it decides to pump on earnings, let it come down. Because the market looks like it wants to roll on over. And August tends to be not a great month for stocks anyways. Bitcoin, as you can see, has just been going sideways since July 12th. Like, look at this. This is like behaving like a penny stock. It's just barcoding up here. By barcoding, I mean it's just going sideways in a range, doing a whole lot of nothing. So, yeah. It's been doing a whole lot of nothing. And all the technicals are lining up for a drop, especially with the divergence here. So... I know you're thinking, what does Apld have to do with Bitcoin? Well, if Bitcoin's rolling over and dying, you're going to see the stock market roll over as well. You're going to see, by roll over, I mean they're literally going to roll over like a car and just die, right? So that's what I'm saying here. I do wonder if Trump is going to say something that might, cause people to continue to look. I'm going to say this right now. Buyers are not showing up today. Like, normally we dip and then buyers show up and push up the price. What's happening today is the opposite. Buyers are not showing up. It's sellers that are showing up. We actually pumped on some stocks, actually pumped, and they're selling off the rest of the day. That's what's been happening. So when you see that kind of change in character, when you go from stocks selling off and then they pump for the rest of the day, and then they change into the opposite, they pump and then sell off the rest of the day. Like Netflix here pumped and it's just selling off. You're seeing that across a lot of stocks. Obviously, some are going to show more weakness than others, but when you see that kind of price action, you want to respect the fact that sellers are here, they're selling, they're dumping, and we should be headed lower. Again, I gave Apld a personal price target, buy target of 10 and under. Now, if you're talking to JP Shades, not JP Morgan, screw JP Morgan, they don't know what they're talking about. We're talking to JP Shades. JP Shades here gives it a price target of 15 plus long term. So there's a potential for 50% here once it goes to 10 and under. I don't care what JP Morgan thinks. JP Morgan, their price targets tend to be eh. You know, I give you the real targets. JP Shades gives it a price target of 15 plus. Here you got 13, 14, what else? 18. Whoa. All these price targets have it at 13 plus. So even the analysts think it's undervalued. But I think 15 is a nice target to shoot for. That's a nice 50%er. That's assuming you buy it exactly 10. If you're smart, though, you're not going to buy it exactly 10. You're going to buy it like 9. Maybe spread out your buys. 9.50, I'll buy 50 shares. At every 50 cents it goes down, add 50 shares. You know, like, have a strategy. Too many people, again, they try to time the bottom. They lump sum at like $9, and then it drops to $6, and they're like, oh, I should not have lump summed because now I have no powder to add more at $6. So, like, just, you know, stop trying to time the bottom. You know, do yourself a favor, essentially, I'm basically telling you to add 1 share at a time every tick that it goes down. Every cent it goes down, add 1 share, literally is what I'm saying, right? To an extent. So every 50 cents it goes down, add 50 shares. You know, literally you can just set a buy limit order and at $9.50 and boom, scoop 50 shares there. Another buy limit order at $9. Just keep adding, like you can just automate it at that point. It's an algorithm at that point. If Apld goes down every 50 cents, add 50 shares, you know, and every 50 cents it goes down, add more. Like that's it. Got to be like a bot. Too many people are just emotional, I've noticed. Like there's people that are scared of earnings. This has been happening more recently. I don't know if it's just because there's a lot of beginners in the market. But you should not be afraid of earnings. You know that Apld drops on earnings. You should be expecting that. You should be excited. Like, yes, I know Apld is going to drop like it always has. And it's going to be a dead buying opportunity. Because every time it dumps on that earnings, it doesn't matter. It always goes back to the top of the range on the monthly, which is $10. So it's just stupid to have earnings anxiety. I didn't know that was a thing. Are people that stupid nowadays? Like they don't use their brain and go, well, it always has bad earnings and it still rallies anyways. Like, so if anything, you should pray that it's bad earnings. You should pray that it drops a couple bucks. Like last time, you should pray that it goes back to $3, $4. Because that's a hell of opportunity and you know it. And that is it for the video. I'm going to wait till 8 minutes so I get the full paid ads. I'll see you guys in the next one.